So we want to welcome you to the Building Bridges to a Hunger-Free Poughkeepsie advisory team meeting, advisory team kickoff meeting. We're excited to have all of you here. We're excited to dialogue with you. We're going to spend about half of our time in dialogue today, so you won't have too much passive presentation, but we did want to give you a sense of where things stand with the project. And I just wanted to quickly thank our host, the Children's Media Project, for welcoming us into their space. And they're also making a videotape today because there's several advisors who couldn't join us today. They had one conflict or another, so we'll have a record of what happened, and we can share that with them. And there's literature on the table about the project as well as the Children's Media Project, so help yourself to that. So next slide. So my name is Susan Grove. I'm the Executive Director of the Poughkeepsie Farm Project. And just to tell you what the Poughkeepsie Farm Project is in the very briefest of ways, we're a farm-based nonprofit organization. We envision a just and sustainable food system that nourishes all people by providing healthy food, building strong communities, and stewarding the environment. And just a word about these slides. There's kind of some crowded words and a picture. The pictures are for you, the words are for me, so you can just focus on looking at the pictures. Next slide. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over the background of the project. You can click again. We're going to do introductions of everybody. We're going to talk about community visions and community solutions. We're going to talk about some of the challenges that the project has had to date. And we're going to dialogue about those challenges and about how we can have a successful project. Next slide. So the background of this project is, I just wanted to answer these two questions for you, is how did this project come about and what is the status today? What is Building Bridges? Building Bridges is a collaboration to ensure capacity for all residents of the city of Poughkeepsie to secure nutritious food. Our aim is to catalyze a revitalized urban food system, and by that we want a food system that builds local capacity and sustains health, our human health, our neighborhood health, our community's health, health writ large. Next slide. So why the name Building Bridges? Poughkeepsie is situated in an agricultural region, and we want to answer a couple questions with this project. First is, how can we draw nutritious foods that are produced in our region, not just through our neighborhoods on the way to New York City, but to our neighborhoods? We want to see how we can build that bridge. We also want to discover how we can bring attention to the local food resources that we have here, discover opportunities that we have to improve our food system, and towards the end of ensuring convenient access to healthy food for everybody. The next slide. How did this program get started? In the fall of 2009, we had the idea of doing a community food assessment. And that idea was really motivated by two things. The first is that we know that food or nutritional insecurity is an issue for too many residents in the city. And at the same time, we know that our community has strengths, resources, and potential to change that. And a community food assessment is basically a powerful way to tell the story of what's happening with food in a community and to mobilize efforts to improve the food system. So our milestones to date, in 2010, we began meeting monthly as a research team to design our research. And we partnered with the Vassar College Community Development course. And as an outcome of that, we have a description of many aspects of the Poughkeepsie food system. And we have a survey that was developed in partnership with the class. And the survey instrument asks questions about food affordability, about access to grocery stores, about hunger, about food choices and nutrition. And we made a big step towards the completion of that survey in 2010. In 2011, we received a 2-year Hunger-Free Community USDA Planning and Assessment Grant. The surveying is ongoing. We've begun to also implement some focus groups that are basically with groups that are underrepresented in our survey sample. We formed an advisory team, you're here today, to guide, shape, and support this project. And we are planning to have some community forums moving forward. So our activities in this project, I mentioned the survey. We are conducting a baseline survey of a random sample of households in the city of Poughkeepsie. To date, we've completed more than 200 surveys, and we need to complete 375 in total. And then I mentioned we're also doing focus groups that are supplemental to that survey research. And I just wanted to share a couple of the findings from our survey and our focus groups to date. Now, this is preliminary data from the survey, and again, this is households that were selected at random anywhere in the city of Poughkeepsie. What we found so far, and this could change when the survey is completed, but what we found so far is that most people buy most of their food at supermarkets rather than in smaller shops in the city, even though 25% of residents don't own their own vehicle. Over a quarter of respondents have received food stamps at some point in the last year. Over a fifth of respondents cut the size of or skipped meals because they didn't have enough money for food. And a fifth of respondents also said they couldn't afford to eat balanced meals. On the focus groups, we recently had a very exciting finding that revealed an informal taxi network that Latinos use to get to grocery stores located outside the city center. And this was preferred over taxis because there wasn't a language barrier, sometimes cheaper, and you might be transported by someone that you know. So that was an exciting thing to discover. The second main activity of the project is community forums. And these are going to be designed to interpret results of the survey, as well as to meet with the community to envision a better food system. And the final main activity of the project is to form a food policy council that's going to create and oversee the implementation of a plan for a hunger-free Poughkeepsie. It's going to use everything that we learn in the surveys and community forums to create a plan for how we can make steps to eradicate hunger in our community. And just, I put on the slide, and I know you probably can't see it, but just to give you a sense also of what our needs are right now, we're seeking groups of volunteers to help administer the survey. It takes a lot of man hours to get the survey done, so we're looking for groups who want to do a community service project that's really energizing and meaningful to go out and do surveying in the city. And then as far as community forums, we're looking for venues. And basically, we're planning to meet with existing community groups. So we're looking for those groups who would want to welcome us in to do some visioning around food that might have a venue and a group to meet with, and then we'll invite more members of the general public. And we're going to also train a facilitator from each of those groups who wants to help co-facilitate the community forum. So that is the background on the Building Bridges project. And I want to, in the brief way, but I want all of us to have a chance to know who we are in this room. So if you could briefly tell everyone your name and affiliation, and if you have a role with this project right now, let us know what your role is, or let us know what interested you about this, what brought you here today. But just a couple words so that we can get through. I have a goal of doing this in about 10, 15 minutes with all of us. So do you want to start, Christine? It would be better if you could stand up.
Hi, my name is Christine Sargent. I work with Cornell University Cooperative Extension Office here in Dutchess County. I'm responsible for family and consumer issues in Dutchess County. We provide education programs, and I'm a principal investigator on this project, Building Bridges.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ozzie Williams. I work with Dutchess County Department of Health. My job with the county is chronic disease prevention and prevention of childhood obesity, and my role in this project is to get out within the community and to bring in faith-based partners or to do outreach efforts in the faith-based community and general community as well.
My name is Josh Simons. I work for the Center for Research at SUNY New Paltz. I'm a resident of the city of Poughkeepsie, and my girlfriend is also a farmer on a small farm out in LaGrange, Sprout Creek Farm. So I'm interested in sustainable agriculture by proxy.
Hi, I'm Sam LaSalle, and I am interested in the project in terms of on the advisory councils and the brainstorming session group involved with Middle Maine. I'm also involved with community partnerships with the Eleanor Roosevelt Center earlier on and the Family Partnership Center more recently.
Hi everyone, my name is Rana Ali. I work with the Health Department of Dutchess County in Dutchess County Health Department, an epidemiologist. And in this project, I'm one of the many principal investigators, providing all the analytical and tool development and all the technical support to, and hopefully all the advices as we go forward.
Good morning. Alan Mulnickle, Poughkeepsie City Schools Food Service Director. Good morning.
I'm Brian Riddell. I'm the Executive Director of Duchess Outreach in the city of Poughkeepsie. We run emergency food pantry, the lunchbox, home delivered meals programs, and other emergency assistance services. And I'm one of the co-principal investigators of the project. And my interests are in food security and emergency food programs, and always with a concentration on nutrition. As the general population moves to an increased awareness of nutrition, we can't leave the poor behind.
Ethan Warren, I'm an intern at Duchess Outreach, and I'm interested in community development projects. So, thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Leonard Navarez. I teach at Vassar College in the Sociology and Urban Studies program, and I taught the community development class last semester that designed and began administrating the household survey. Currently I'm one of the co-principal investigators, and I'm in charge of administering the survey and kicking off focus groups.
Hello, I'm Carlos Hernandez, and I started getting involved with this project with the focus groups with some Spanish-speaking communities in the city of Poughkeepsie. And now for this summer, I'm a community fellow at the Poughkeepsie Fund Projects, and we're looking to delve more into completing the report that we have so far. And so I look forward to reaching out to some of you this summer to gather more information about your specific organizations and projects and agencies.
Hi, I'm Nicole Baker, and I'm the office manager for the Poughkeepsie Farm Project, and I'm helping Susan with some administrative support for building bridges.
Hi, I'm Rachel Armstrong, and I'm representing Assemblyman Molinaro, so I'm excited to be here and learn more about the project.
Hi, I'm Solange Muller. I'm from Hudson River Healthcare, and I've been asked by my agency to come to this meeting. I was on the original advisory council when I was an administrator. Now I'm back to being a nutritionist, my passion, and I work with a lot of Spanish-speaking patients, and I'm trying to help see how they can get healthy, nutritious foods, and having this project is terrific.
Hi, my name is Gabriela Brackman. I am with Somos la Llave del Futuro. We run a program, We Are Health, or Somos Salud. And I am interested in this project because we recently also opened a community garden in Armenia. So we are trying to promote, health, and we have a campaign to address diabetes and obesity. And we recently also shared seeds with the Poughkeepsie Farm Project. So I'm here pretty much to build bridges.
Good morning, I'm Teresa Giovanniello from the Department of Social Services. I have two interests. One is professional, since I oversee financial and supportive services at DSS. That includes food stamps. But also, I'm the president of the Dutchess County Interfaith Council, and we have a poverty forum every year, and I'm very interested in linking up the two groups.
Good morning, my name's Feza Oktay, and I have a consulting firm that provides management consulting services to nonprofit organizations, but that's not the affiliation that I have right here. I'm here more just as a private citizen, member of the Poughkeepsie Farm Project, interested in the Middle Maine Project as well, so I've been getting more involved with those things, and have an interest in community development and sustainable agriculture.
I'm Roy Budnick. I just started the Mid-Hudson Heritage Center on Main Street here, and otherwise I'm a geologist. And I'm just interested in community development, and so I really have no role in the program today, but I'm just interested.